everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be tackling a more difficult question than usual. Is the bubble around women's football bursting? Okay, so let's talk about it, right? Over the last few years, women's football has seen a meteoric rise, a bigger growth than any other sport ever seen, and it was finally being recognised for the sport and the quality and the just everything that it deserved to be.
It's about damn time.
You know, we've had huge crowds, we had the Euros finals, we've got the Champions Leagues on YouTube. Like, we've really started to see the growth, and you know that growth will continue, but there feels like there is a darker undertone that is coming out in women's football at the moment, and has been so, especially at the start of this year. So I have to ask you, is it too good to be true? Well, lately, honestly, it's been tough. We've had scandals, allegations, abuse, just a lot of negativity around women's football. From online abuse to Khadija Shaw, racism and misogyny, which is just disgusting, to the privacy scandal this week with Mappy, Leon and Caracas, to Luis Rubiales. It's just been a lot, right? We've always wanted women's football to grow and be in the news and start becoming mainstream and popular so that it just keeps growing the game. And that absolutely is happening here. But then you've got the flip side to that, where so many more eyes are looked onto it that now the negativity is being highlighted as well. And absolutely is right, but with that comes negativity and abuse that we don't want in the game.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Well, let's take the Rubiales thing, for example. He felt it was okay to kiss her as her boss on the front stage. Was horrendous. It shows that there is still more to be done, especially when afterwards he's still trying to pressure her to be consensual.
I need to correct you on that point.
Thankfully he was dismissed, but he's still not taking responsibility really that was not the right thing to do. Then if we look at, Khadija Shaw and what happened to her with the recent misogyny and the racism online and the abuse that she received. I mean, are we doing enough online to stop this abuse? I don't think we are. I want to hear what you guys think, but I really don't think we are. I think there's a lot more that we could be doing.
I dare you to do better.
And then the abuse this week, player to player, with Mape Leon, touching Caracas' private parts during a game.
Like what? What?
And supposedly asking if she has a... That is also outrageous and is not welcome in the game at all. And the abuse that she received, Caracas, afterwards as well, also shows how far we need to go. And talking about the online abuse as well, that she was being abused and she was the one touched. Like,
Really?
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 guys, what is going on here? So what is going right out of this negative situation? Where can we find the positives in this? Well, the big difference now is that women are now standing up and saying we're not accepting this anymore. We are not allowing this to happen. And that is a good thing. Even if it is uncomfortable, it means that change is going to happen.
Yes!
I also think this is a chance for us to build something better. Women's football is coming out of the shadow of men's football, so to speak, and has the ability to, we have the ability to collectively come together and say, hey, these are the things we're not going to stand for, by talking about it a little bit more, in those uncomfortable situations that I feel that we are doing, and come some of these negative, situations as well, and create a sporting culture that has zero tolerance, that is a collective together that stands up for each other, and creates a leading path within sports in general of what we're not going to accept and how we can stop online abuse. And I think this could be something beautiful out of all of the negative press that we've been seeing recently, that as a women's sport and a sport together, that we can actually start to impact.
I'm down.
So let's start with holding those people accountable, whether it's online, whether it's bosses, whether it's managers, whether it's player to player, whether it's fans to players. We need to hold them accountable, because what we don't want to happen is that the negative press scares off younger players, scares off sponsors, and puts a halt on this growing and an amazing sport that we have in the palm of our hands. My last thought on this today: has the bubble burst for women's football? No, I don't think it has burst. I think we need to be kinder to the bubble. I think we need to learn from this. If we learn from these negatives right now, the player abuse, the fans, and stamp it out in the right way and offer support to our players in the right way and hold those making the mistakes accountable, then we can build on top of this. And we can build something great within women's sport and hopefully have that trickle over to other sports. So this is the time for us to continue the work that we're doing. There is some great work going on in women's football and build on that. We've got the Euros coming up. We've got the Champions League draws now. There's a lot to celebrate. So no, the bubble hasn't burst, but let's just be clever about this.